Lightworkers transmute a lot of shame and guilt, and one way to transmute these emotions is to take them on and convert it back into love. Here's the story of my client. We went on a past life journey and she found herself in ancient Egypt. She was the Pharaoh's daughter. Her father was mean to her mother and her, and her teenage years and her childhood just filled with his abuse and her mother and her feeling afraid of him. The Pharaoh is her current life father and the queen her current life mother. There was a similar dynamic playing out in her current life too. When she was 18, she gathered her courage and a few belongings and just left. She left home. She was by herself walking in the desert, sad, lonely, and ashamed, until she was rescued by an old woman. She took her in, fed, and clothed her, and this is her current life friend, and she has been a source of great comfort in her present life too. To make ends meet, she cleaned houses. She loved it. She enjoyed the freedom as well. But she missed her parents. There was an ache and a longing in her heart. So, 10 years after leaving, she returned. Her mother was thrilled. She looked sad and lonely, and her dad was still angry. How dare she left? She regretted coming back, and of course, her father, the Pharaoh, his abuse continued. One day, when he was beating her and her mother, she just took her mom and left, went back to the old woman, and started cleaning houses again. We jumped a few years ahead, and she was married with two beautiful kids. Her husband is her current life husband too, and one of her kids is her current life child. By now, the Pharaoh's cruelty had spread all across the kingdom, and the people started revolting. Soon they discovered she was the Pharaoh's daughter, and they sent all their anger in her direction. They gathered outside her house and beat up her husband. They caught and imprisoned her, and she died soon after. Her higher self said, "We were shown this life because she is still holding on to guilt and shame from this life, and she can just release it and let it go. She can't escape being who she is. When she was younger, she spent a lot of time in addiction, and there is still a lot of guilt and shame from that. But the origin of it is from this past life. My client is a healer, a light worker, and this guilt and shame was stopping her from setting up her spiritual business. I'm Savio, and I guide my clients to relevant past lives to clear traumas, patterns, and blocks from their current one.